They say the greatest gift that you can receive is life. But in life, there will always be a struggle. No one on earth can hide from the struggle. That struggle can be dark and lonely at times, and it may feel that we can't see the light. But we were not put on this earth to struggle. We were put on this earth to be the light and show the light. Today, we call this fight from the struggle to the light, the grind. And in any struggle, you need the tools and strategies to win. That's what the Daily Grind podcast is all about. It's about equipping yourself with the tools and strategies from others just like you that fought that fight and were victorious in their grind. So listen up. You might hear that golden tool or strategy that's going to help you in your daily grind to be that light. Hey, Daily Grind fam, it is Dale here, and today I have a very special person all the way across from the Pacific, right? And she is blessing us with her presence here today. I had Chantal Gerardy, who is an online business strategist, entrepreneur for the past 20 years, has been doing some great and epic things, and she is here with us on the podcast today. Chantal, say what's up to everybody.
Hey, Dale, it's so super awesome to be here. Thanks so much for having me on.
Hey, thanks so much for jumping on. I mean, we were just having, a really loaded conversation before jumping on here about a little bit about what you do, and you were helping me with my stuff. So why don't you just give a brief little introduction to the audience of what you do and how you help your clients?
Yeah, thanks so much, Dale. I'm actually originally from South Africa. I moved to Australia 13 years ago, so a little bit of a mixed accent. And I was in the fitness industry for 20 years, so completely non-techie, completely no marketing background, very hyperactive, love to be outdoors, love to be, running around telling people what to do, which is kind of what I do now anyway, in a different space. But moved to Australia, and my husband at the time lost his job, and we were paying our way into the country and had absolutely no money. With 3 kids under the age of 5 years old, I was going to be the good wife, stay at home, look after the kids. And when he lost his job, it was like, well, what do? We don't want to go back to South Africa. We've just paid all this money. We want to kind of stay here. And I taught myself social media. So I knew no one on the Gold Coast. No one knew who I was. No startup capital, no marketing budget, and just knowing no one and having to start a business in a completely sort of cold space. And I started to play on Facebook and realized that without paying for advertising, social media, when you know how to use it right, you can connect with your ideal audience online. You can communicate who you are and what you do. And when you have a strategy, you can then generate those leads and those clients. And you do not have to do it with paying for ads. And a lot of people would go, no, that's rubbish. You've got to outsource it. You've got to pay for ads. You've got to have this marketing budget. You've got to be a superstar. You've got to go give it all away for free. What I discovered is that, well, firstly, I didn't have the time to do all of that because that just sounds exhausting and, too much for me at the time. What I did realize was that I could do it myself. You just got to know how. You just got to have this strategy, this plan, and you do not want to live online. For me, I do not want to be online all the time. I just want to simply get up, know what I've got to do, get it done, and it works. And I help more people and don't have to overcomplicate things. So for the last 6 years, I've been doing that now full time. Previous to that, I opened up a health, wellness and fitness center on the Gold Coast. So having known no one, started the PT business. The PT business exploded. Opened up a health, wellness and fitness center. That exploded, grew a 6-figure business. Again, no paid ads, no marketing budget, and no tech experience or marketing know-how. But what I found is that when I had the health, wellness and fitness center, all the other subcontractors and people within the facility, they couldn't pay me the rent because they had no customers. And that's when I started teaching them how they could do it themselves. And then that blew up as well. I did both of them for a while. And then, as I said, for the last 6 years, I've been full-time doing this. And I did go on to do my social media marketing diploma and have been fortunate enough to win a couple of international and national awards for out-of-the-box marketing, for my innovation and for helping startups and small business who do not have a marketing budget be able to get more customers using social media.
Cool. Love it. Love it. So when you're working with these entrepreneurs and businesses and with their marketing and especially their social media, do you have a set structure to help them on a daily basis when they are trying to go out this marketing grind and put that into their daily grind? Is there a certain process you do?
Yes, definitely 100%. The first thing I like to do is just clean up. The first thing is about just creating space, because if you've got so much clutter in your head, with your business and in your environment and online, if you've got thousands of groups and assets and all these things and nothing's talking or working or doing whatever, I first just like to do a massive cleanup to create space for success. And part of that process is doing a brain dump. So going and putting down basically your business vision, and just mapping it all out. It can be realistic, some of it can be unrealistic, but just getting it out of your head and onto a piece of paper. I'm a whiteboard girl. I love a whiteboard. Some people do it digitally on Canva. But just getting it out of your head and just looking at all the income opportunities, because once you've got it visually in front of you, it can just free up some of your space. The second part of that process is then just getting control of your time management. A lot of people go, they don't have time. So we look at their time, we track their time, we look at how they're spending their time, and then we're looking at blocking it out so that they can work more effectively, so that there is specific time for them to be able to exercise, walk the dog, clean the house, be outside. So it's a balanced balanced plan. But at the same time, they've also got time to work in their business and time to work on their business so that they can follow that time. They can be more effective. They can be more productive.
Love it. You said one thing that was very key, working in the business and working on the business. So if you're an entrepreneur and you're like trying to figure out how to do your daily grind and you're trying to find this structure and how can I be more productive? How can I really get it going? One key concept that you need to hear right now that was just so golden. Are you working in your business or are you working on your business? I've heard this a lot from like Tony Robbins as well. He's really big on that key concept. Are you working in your business or are you working on your business? Because there's two different things.
Yeah, 100%. A lot of people aren't very clear on that as well. So I love Gmail. I use a Gmail calendar because you can color coordinate everything. And, when you color things in, it's like, exactly how much time you're allocating towards walking the dog. How much time you're allocating towards date day with your partner, how much time you're allocating towards, your exercise, which is all important, right? For being a successful business owner, is taking care of yourself. But then you can also make sure that you are actually allocating time for your lead and client generating activities, which is, working on your business.
Right.
What are you doing? A lot of people, want to outsource their social media, or they complain about having to spend an hour a day on social media. But realistically, well, if you're spending that hour and it's actually generating you clients and money, then it's time well spent, and time is money. But it's important to know that, a lot of people don't want to do it. It's usually because they don't have the confidence. They don't have a plan. They don't actually know what they're doing. So for me, it's all about the skills, the strategy, and the systems. And once you have those things in place, you can simply just get up and in your allocated time, you go and you generate those clients and leads. You send them down your funnel and you happily service them and you happily get new clients and you live happily ever after. And you enjoy doing it, which is super important.
Love it. Love it. And we could talk more a little bit after the podcast, a little bit how that kind of that structure, that system, that sounds like it's very complex, but very also definitely helps people really move forward and accelerate. But going forward, so you're out of your head, you really got your time management. What really fuels you on your daily grind?
For me, look, I really love helping business owners. I think because I struggled so much in South Africa and then came here, I was really passionate about business owners understanding that they can do it. A lot of business owners have got this absolute passion. They want to make an impact. They've got a voice. They think that they can't succeed, or they are concerned about pursuing their business or their dream because they think that they have to outsource it, or they think they have to have a marketing budget, or they think that they have to, they have to outsource it to someone else or spend it on ads. And being able to just show people that, I've done it myself. I still don't use any paid advertising in my business. And the businesses I work with, I think 95% of them don't do paid advertising. The 5% that do are e-commerce businesses who've got large amount of stock. So, paid advertising is something they do have to go to. There is basically a way to do it. And for me, that's all about inspiring business owners so that they can understand that there is actually a way, that they don't have to set themselves up to fail. They can set themselves up to succeed.
Who holds you accountable to this mission?
I don't know. South Africans are pretty tough. We kind of hold ourselves accountable to stuff. I'm very driven. I'm an ex-triathlete, and I'm quite self-disciplined. So I understand a lot of people aren't like that. So accountability is a huge part of my program. And when I work with people, that's a huge thing that I incorporate because we understand that people need to do it. I truly hold myself accountable towards stuff, and I'm really self-driven. Of course, I've got coaches. I think, all coaches have coaches. Any good coaches have coaches because they understand the value in it. So, I've got a finance coach and I've got a sales coach and then I've got a business coach. And so it's important. I've got a personal trainer. I've got a naturopath. If you want to be successful and you want to be good at something, I think coaches know and understand the value of having other coaches to hold them accountable. But I must say I am particularly self-driven and highly motivated, which is awesome. But I do appreciate that not everyone is like that. And that is why accountability in my program is so super important.
Hey, are you liking this episode so far? If you're looking for more tools and strategies to help you on your daily grind, check out thedailygrind.com. The Daily Grind is not just a podcast. It's a community of high performers seeking to become their best self on a daily basis. Go check out thedailygrind.com and start taking action to achieve your best self today. Your clients are out of their head. Got the time management, the fuel, they got maybe accountability with a coach or something along those lines. And they're going about their business day to day, right? And they're getting in a groove, but then they get like a nice right hook to the face, right? And they're like, oh my gosh, like something just happened, and they're trying to make those adjustments. Do you take someone through a little bit of a kind of a process or a little way to make a tweak in their daily grinds to continue to move forward, to continue to progress in their business, but also in their lives as well?
Yeah, that's a fantastic point. And I think, again, it's that awareness. Unfortunately now, with social media, there's all these people spruiking this laptop lifestyle and how wonderful and grand it is. But the reality is people are actually spending a lot more time online than what they're actually showing.
Right.
And a lot of people are not showing all the stuff in the back end. So I think that a wake-up check is really important. I think that, I tell my business owners straight away, reality check. Laptop lifestyle is not all cracked out to be what it is. There's going to be ups and downs, right? And the sooner you can get used to that roller coaster, the sooner those ups and downs are going to be more exciting and more fun, and the more you'll look forward to it. So I think it's about that wake-up check first, like just a reality check and the understanding that it's coming, it's going to happen. But when it does, we're just going to climb over that hump and just move on to the next thing. It's not a straight line.
Right.
I always say it's kind of like it's not a straight line. It's kind of like your colon. It just goes around and around and around and knots up. So I think the understanding of that's really important, education's key is understanding of that. But the second part then is I always say that, your willpower and your mindset, they are muscles and they need training just like the body. So, if you can set intentions daily and if you can have affirmations and have those people around you to hold you accountable, you're setting yourself up for success and not failure. And when you have the understanding that this happens, so when suddenly you're having a down day and stuff happens, especially online. Nowadays, with the online world, you've got to set yourself up for trolling. Over Christmas, I had two clients that were trolled and, they were prepared for it. They were prepared for it because they knew that having an online business, and if you're online, you've got to be prepared to have someone troll you, leave you a bad review, and you've got to know how to manage it. So knowledge is power.
What is like your one piece of advice to the Daily Grind family right here that you would give to be like, this is the one thing I want you to take from our conversation today? What is that one thing?
If what you are doing is not working, stop doing it. Please stop doing it. There are so many people that are going, out every single day and generating people into, say, a Facebook group and just throwing them in there. No one's engaging. Nobody's doing anything. They're not generating any leads, but they keep creating content for the group and they keep, just stop. It's better for you to just stop it if it's not working. Sit back and review the process and go, where in the process is the disconnect? Where in the process is it stopping? And then tweak that process. Too many people just throw out everything, and there might be stuff that you have to throw out completely. So, for example, with a Facebook group, if you've got 5,000 members, no one's engaging, no one's done anything for years, chances are it's probably better for you to relook, come up with a whole new strategy and start again from the beginning, and redirect the people that are interested in there into the new funnel. But get that process right, get that strategy right. And then follow through, because that's the other thing, is too many people do not follow through and follow up. People are so close. Some people are so close. They're generating leads, they're generating inquiries, they're generating engagement, and they are not following through to convert them into actual paying customers. They are leaving them on the table, and then they're just falling into the organic background. So, yeah, a couple of F words there. Follow up, follow through. Super important.
Definitely. So, if someone wanted to work with you directly, how can they get a hold of you? How can they get more about your work?
The best place to go is onto chantalgerardy.com.au. Have a look at the spelling. Both are spelt differently. It's just great.
I'll have that in the show notes, everybody. So don't worry about that. I got you.
But yeah, so chantalgerardy.com.au, and there's a free resources tab in there. There is, a podcast, there's blogs, but more importantly, there's a couple of free downloads over there, which is obviously going to get you onto my email list. And the reason you want to be on my email list is because when stuff changes or new stuff happens, you're the first to know. So, if Facebook goes down, you'll get an email to find out, what you can do while Facebook is down. If they launch a new app, like I was telling Dale about the Business Suite app, we're going to send out that information and let you know. So you want to make sure that you're on that email list. But go and take advantage of all those free resources and checklists as well.
Oh, hey, Chantal, thanks for jumping on the podcast today. I greatly appreciate it. I know there's so many golden nuggets here for the entrepreneurs that are out there, or the aspiring entrepreneur that's really trying to figure out how to get out of their head, get with their time management, and definitely start to work on the business and work in the business and really trying to get that balance and how to continue to move forward. So thank you very, very much for jumping on the podcast. And everyone here, you know how we do this, right? So we've heard all these golden nuggets, right? There's a whole bunch of golden nuggets that in this episode about just time management, everything moving forward, what you need to do to accelerating your business. But if with all these golden nuggets, if you just take a step back and say, all right, what is the next action step? And start taking those action steps, you're going to get where you want to go a lot faster, right? You can't just stay on the sidelines. You got to get your butt in the game. I'm not going to say butt. Get your ass in the game, all right? Get your ass in the game and start taking that action to really create the life of your dreams and what you want for your business, your family, and everyone around you. So don't just hoard these golden nuggets. Start taking action. Continue to move forward. Chantal, is there anything else you want to say to the fam?
Oh, no, that's absolutely brilliant, Dale. I love that. Yes, action takers. That is super important. We live in a generation now where people just want to learn, and download another ebook and join another, group program. But if you do not take action, nothing's going to happen. And I'll leave with one more final thing, which I think is super important to mention. If you're going to use stuff in your business, so if you're going to use Facebook, if you're going to use Instagram, if you're going to use email marketing, if you're going to use your website, make sure you learn how to use them, because they are vehicles in your business. And if you don't fuel those vehicles and if you don't look after those vehicles, they're not going to run smoothly. So really take the time to, and men, sorry, but read the directions.
Yeah, I'm one of those. I'm like, I don't like to read these directions.
Oh, I don't like it either, but you've got to read the directions, okay? And YouTube's great. Freaking go on to YouTube and just watch a 1-minute video on how to, upload a blog onto your website and make sure that it's SEO, functional. So like, just make sure that whatever you do it properly and you use it properly.
Definitely. Hey, thanks again for jumping on. Hey, Daily Grind fam. Stay tuned for more episodes with more golden nuggets that's going to help you accelerate towards success in your life and in your business. And thanks so much for jumping on, and we'll be seeing you soon. Yeah. Wow, what an amazing episode. Definitely brought all the tools and strategies to help you on your daily grind. Now, can I ask you for a quick favor? If you like this episode, please leave a review. Tell people how this episode helped you with your daily grind. And don't forget to take action with all these tools and strategies to help you with your daily grind today. We can have all the knowledge and tools, but if we're not actually taking action with that knowledge and tools, it doesn't mean anything. So most importantly, take that action towards your daily grind and start creating the life of your dreams. If you're looking for a little bit more help with that, make sure you check out thedailygrind.com, thedailygrind.com, and check out the show notes for all the links and start working on your daily grind today.